I'm normal, just like you. Let's get it, brother. Come on.
Okay, one more.
2, 1, go.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Dominic, and I'm with PowerSlap News. I'm out here live in Vegas, so I apologize if it gets a little windy. I'm here with the king, Ryan himself. He's given us a minute of his time on actual fight day, so we really appreciate you taking the minute to talk to us. What's going on, man?
Oh, man, nothing much, man. Enjoying the Vegas life. Went out last night, got a little twisty twist, but you know, we're back here going strong with the PowerSlap News, and you know, I appreciate you guys interviewing me, man.
That's awesome. First time in Vegas. We got a little wrecked at the slots last night, so we get it. We're gonna go hit him again later tonight and maybe take what's ours back, you know.
Fuck yeah, brother.
But I want to talk to you a little bit about the press conference. I think PowerSlap is getting a lot of unwanted hate right now, right? And I think Dana White addressed it very good, and the hate isn't necessarily towards the athletes, the people participating, or the sport itself. It's geared towards Dana, because it's fun to make fun of Dana. What do you think about that?
You know, everyone likes to take shots at the big guy. You know, once you're at the top, the bottom comes up and tries to pull you down with them. So Dana's handling it the best he can. I think he's doing it the best that anyone can, really, because, you know, he's on the front lines and he's attacking. You know, he's not sitting back apologizing. He's attacking. So, you know, I appreciate the big man. He's doing a fantastic job. He's killing the game. PowerSlap is #1. It's beating out NFL ratings. It's doing big things on TBS. We got 1, 2, and 3 now seasons coming out. And, you know, Dana White, don't worry about that guy. He's a bad man, motherfucker. So he's going to take care of him and all of us underneath him.
Yeah, five plus states now they got sanctioned in. He's taking it on the road. Where are you excited to bring PowerSlap to? Is there anyone specific? You want to take it home? Where do you want to go?
You know, bring it to Cleveland, baby. We miss it. You know, we haven't had a UFC event there in some time. Cleveland's hungry for some wonderful action, some new era of violence, you know, with the PowerSlap League. But also, I'd love it to go to New Jersey, man. You know, bring it to the beach. Let's go. So that's my hometown. So I'd love it to go there.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I think you'd bring a lot of hype there, especially especially you yourself, right?
Yeah.
I want to ask you, as somebody who's dealt with a lot of the fighters in training, outside of training, the debate seems to be height versus weight. Where do you follow in? What's more important for a PowerSlap fighter? Should they be short and bulky? Should they be tall and lanky? What do you want to be?
I think it's a fine medium. You know, for me, I'm a very small heavyweight. You know, I come in only around 5'11", 6 foot. You know, but I'm still 250 pounds of power, and I think that's where the strength lies. Is exactly that, the strength. You need to have that power. You need to have that speed. You know, you want to have that neck muscle compound groups working with you when you're taking that slap. You know, you don't want to get knocked on the ground. You want to have a strong neck, a strong jaw, and you want to put the other guy away with those thunder hands. So, you know, stay some weights all day, baby. The king's about it. You know, working out is #1. So if you're coming into PowerSlap League and you're thinking about joining, hit those weights, baby. The iron is your prize, and the steel gym is where your home should be.
So the king, wake up in the morning. Gaston says 12 eggs. What are you doing?
I'm doing 24 eggs.
24 eggs?
Yeah.
And like the mug that looks like a boot, one of those guys?
Das Boot, baby. Boot? You know, beer fest style, yeah.
But the debate, I bring it up one more time because the debate seems to be, and I think you mentioned it right there as the shorter fighter, slapping up versus slapping down.
Yeah.
Do you always want to be slapping up?
You know, there's a large debate going on because we have a lot of smaller guys coming into the competition that are versing guys who are taller. For instance, Alex Asbury versus Andrew Provost. That's a very, very big differential in the height there. You know, I necessarily, if you're striking up, you know, you do have a chance of clubbing. With the up strike, it's very hard to see, especially when you're moving fast, and the referees might call it a foul. It's just, I think it's a fine equilibrium. If you have to do it, you have to do it, unfortunately. But I'd rather be, you know, level, coming in hot, you know, not losing any momentum going up or down. So right in the middle. But for me, if I was a betting man, Unfortunately, I got to bet on the smaller guys, man. It's tough to take that hit going in a diagonal direction. It hits the pressure point, you know. So
I agree. I agree. One thing I'm really excited about to see on this event is I've heard Dana White has given fighters a lot more creative freedom in the walkouts versus UFC. He was very structured. This isn't WWE. No flair, none of that.
right.
It doesn't seem to be the case this time around. What do you think about that? Do you like that? Do you think that this should be keep it bare, nothing business? Or do you like a little bit of flair on the walkout, like come out with a crown for the king, you know?
Yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, I want people, you know, carrying me to the ring on a chair, you know, me just sitting there waiting to go, you know, get the pyro going. I want some fire. I want some fireworks. I want the whole thing. I want everything. This is entertainment. You know, two guys slapping each other in the face, you know. Is that as entertaining as it can be? Sure. But when you got the king coming out, you know, I'm cutting the heart out. I'm screaming at the crowd. I'm giving the crowd what they want. That's a fucking show. So PowerSlap League is in a league of their own, and we're coming and we're going to entertain the fans.
I agree, man. I think it's super awesome. I like it. I want to see a little razzle dazzle on the walkouts.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think it'll add a little bit to it because you said it yourself. The sport itself is 3 rounds generally, very quick. You add this build up. We get to see the fighters Vaseline chalk up. It's going to build up that intensity before the big boom, you know?
You know it, buddy.
I don't want to eat up too much of your time. I know you just woke up. You got to get your 20 eggs in you. I don't want to cut you off of that.
Thank you.
It is the big day itself. We're going to be there later on. We'd love to talk to you after the event if you're available. But before we go, if you want to shout out any sponsors, let the people know what you got going on, merch, anything like that. The floor is yours.
Yeah, absolutely, man. First of all, check out these guys, PowerSlap News. They're doing big things, you know, brand new to the scene, but they're doing great. This logo is absolute fire. I want to shout out, you know, everyone that's my fan, everyone that's been behind me. You know, I totally, genuinely love you guys. And you can find me on Instagram, TKOKPSL, and all social media platforms. My podcast is Barefisted Podcast. That's all social media platforms as well. But, you know, shout out to PowerSlap, shout out to Dana White, Frank Lamicello, Evan Rosenbaum, Gary DeFranco. List goes on. You know, Nina for doing a great job with her Slap Shorts Mondays and doing all the stuff that she's doing. You know, all the competitors. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here putting on these stellar matches and having these guys come and interview us. So, you know, big ups to everyone. Get fisted. We're doing this big, baby.
Thank you so much, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the king.
Good job, brother.